Hello and welcome. I'm Dr. Johnson with Alterman and Johnson Family Chiropractors, and you're joining us for Q&A with Doctors A and J. And with everything that's going on in the world right now, something that felt really important to us was to bring to our community and our practice members the resources of some of the really wonderful professionals that we have around us. So right now we're talking to Maria Inoa. And Maria, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Dr. Johnson. I
You're
appreciate it.
welcome. So let's start by having you introduce yourself. Tell us about your background and how full potential counseling came to be.
Sure. So I am a licensed clinical social worker, and I have been in the field for about 15 years now doing counseling. And I have been doing I moved to Jacksonville about a couple of years ago, and I had been in private practice in the Orlando area, but then came here and started full potential counseling, and just narrowing down who I work with. And of course, as being a woman, just this passion for just the incredible strength that women have, and wanting to focus on women and certain issues that women are dealing with, and then also being a mom and all the unique issues that we deal with as moms. So I just really love working with women in my practice, and I kind of say I focus on working with women on building healthy relationships with themselves and others. So any kind of relationship issue, anxiety, depression, and I also do a lot of trauma work, which I really, really love. I offer EMDR, which is a certain trauma therapy. And I just love it. I love what I do. I love working with women. I always learn so much from my clients. I know they're coming to me for, from guidance and support, but, therapists always learn a lot from our clients too. And we see this strength, and we see this, like, just the grace and their inner strength, outer strength, everything that encompasses a woman, the beauty, and just amazing. It's really like an honor to be able to do what I do.
I bet it is. So I can tell you're very passionate about it. And it sounds like your demographic, that the women that you work with, very similar to our practice. While we do see people across the spectrum, the large majority of our practice members are young women and moms, probably similar to your situation. So what are some of the main themes that you're seeing showing up for people right now? And why don't you from there go into, and these are some of the things I'm telling people, as far as how they can manage it for themselves in their lives. So just go right into
Okay.
one of your most significant tips that you can share with moms and
Sure.
women.
So, with everything that's going on, there's this overarching theme of the uncertainty, and there's anxiety, and people who already dealt with anxiety. Here comes coronavirus, and it's like, boom, here's this extra thing that, what are we going to do? And everything is sort of like, I always call it like the snow globe effect. It's like everything's been shaken up, and nothing's quite settled yet. We just sort of feel uncertain. So I'm seeing that a lot of just, whether it be women who were in the workforce now working from home. How do I work from home? How do I homeschool? How do I do everything in my life? Or, just kids that have been in school and now they're transitioned to home. Some of the families both parents are trying to still work. How do we do this and homeschool our kids? And how do you make it work? In the realm of everything going on. So there's lots of things that we talk about, but one of the things that comes up a lot is just having this sense of sort of like a schedule the best that you can. And I mean schedule, like not 9 to 10 we do this, 10 to 11 we do this, but more like a rough schedule of what you would like your day to be, what you need during your day. Because I think it's very important to keep those rituals and traditions that we're used to as best as we can. For example, like you get up in the morning and maybe you're used to changing and sort of getting ready for your day. Well, for some women, that's really important to sort of like change out of their pajamas, even if they're changing into like loungewear or exercise yoga pants. It's just very important for them to sort of like change out of their pajamas, to kind of have that focus for the day, to sort of start the day on the right foot. For some, it's like just making that cup of coffee in the morning is normal, right? We're doing, okay, this is a normal thing. I'm fixing my breakfast, or I'm eating the same breakfast that I always do. And then again, like within that day, it's so wacky what we're, we have so many limitations being at home, but doing what you can to keep sort of like that skeleton structure of like, well, this is when I'm going to homeschool, or this is when naps are, and this is when I'm going to need to do this. I need to fit this, and this is really important to me. And I think it gives us a sense of normalcy, really, that we have some things that we're like, I'm used to this. I'm used to this. It makes us feel comfort. It gives us security, that all that comes along with that normalcy.
So try to maintain some rhythm in your day.
Yes.
And incorporate some familiar routines to life before the current situation.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. As best as you can. It can be really difficult, but it's like, if you're used to going to the gym, at certain time, and you can't, obviously, well, what can you do maybe during that time, or at some point during the day, to move, to exercise, to get that sort of same feeling, so you feel like, okay, I'm keeping up with this normal rhythm and routine.
No, that sounds like a great idea. Because we're seeing so many, especially moms, who are in that situation. Either them and their partner are now home working, and they're trying to homeschool, and life has just been turned upside down. So I can see how that would just help to I don't know, help to stay a little bit more centered, right?
Yeah.
So tell me the work that you're doing. Are you doing face-to-face work? Are you doing virtual counseling currently?
Sure. So, therapists, mental health therapists are considered essential.
Yeah.
So we are allowed to be practicing. So I have moved most of my clients to online, especially people, obviously the ones that really were wanting that and feel more comfortable. I do still see people in person, just very carefully, for my safety, for their safety, of course. But I will, especially any client if we're working like the EMDR, the more trauma work, I just didn't feel right saying, okay, we'll just do that in a couple of months whenever this is over. So I do still see people in person as they feel comfortable, as whatever their needs are going on. But of course, I had always offered online, that virtual kind of counseling, which I'm so glad I did. So this is sort of, for me at least, it's an easy transition. And so it's just kind of moving some of my clients, and they've been great with it. They understand that it's for, everybody's safety. And it's, we can see each other and hear each other. So it's pretty close to the real thing.
Okay. So full potential counseling, Maria Inoa, and we are going to add, in the description here, links so people know how to find you, right?
Okay.
Full potential counseling is how they would find you on your website, Facebook. Yes?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Well, very good. Thank you so much for sharing with us what you have. We appreciate it, and I'm sure that our community members will as well.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson. I appreciate it.
Welcome.